Hey, what's up guys? Jay Destiny Draw here, and today I'm going to be starting a different series. It's going to be called my top 20 favorite cards, and I'm going to be doing it for a bunch of different kind of cards. I did it for normal monsters a little while ago, and I decided I'm going to do it for a couple different types of cards. We're going to start with fusions. That's going to be this video, as you can see in the title, but then I'm going to be doing synchro, exceeds, spells, traps, and I'm going to do a special one with how different cards have affected me over my time and the sentimental value behind them. So it's going to be really cool. I've been working on it a lot, so yeah, let me know what you guys think of it. And let's start. We'll start with the fusions. This is my top 20 fusion monsters, and just spoiler alert, I am a huge anime fan, so the cards aren't necessarily based off their competitive play. It's mostly just how I like them. It could be artwork, it could be their effect, and yeah, so let's get into it. First, I'm going to start off with some honorable mentions, I thought, because it's hard to pick a bunch of them. So one of them was Master of Oz, and I have really dumb reasons why I picked cards as my favorite, but this one happens to be because my favorite animal or bear is a koala bear, and it's one of my favorite animals of all time. And this thing's like huge beat stick, and I really like the card, I really like the artwork, and it just looks awesome. So that's one of my honorable mentions. Another one is Norden, because who doesn't like Norden, right? But no, it's just a great card overall, and yeah, so I couldn't not put it on the list. And then my last one, I really wanted to put this on, is Elemental Hero Tempest, but I decided, spoiler alert, that I'm going to use a couple other elemental heroes. But yeah, this brings back a lot of great memories from the show, and looking at these cards, I actually haven't looked through my old cards in a little while. Makes me want to make a deck around it just for fun. Nothing competitive by any means. But yeah, so Tempest, that's my last honorable mention. So let's start with number 20. At number 20, we have Canaanite Joker. This is just a really cool card. It's got 3,800 attack, and it's a fusion between Queen's Knight, King's Knight, and Jack's Knight, as you can see. But yeah, it's a really good card, and it has a really good negate ability, and I've tried to bring this out before. It's pretty hard, but yeah, I think Yugioh used it a couple times, and the artwork's just really cool. So that's my number 20. Like I said, a lot of these are going to be from the show, so you may like it, you may not, but this is my list. Yours might be different. So at number 19, we have Doom Virus Dragon. I think everyone can agree this is an amazing artwork. And I love Crush Card Virus, and this is just a really cool card. I remember Kaiba using this, obviously in the Orichalco series, and it just looks amazing. And I was so happy when I pulled this. So that's number 19. Number 18, I've actually used this card a lot, is El Shaddai Winda, and I really like this card because it only lets your opponent special summon one time, and in its time it was a really good card, and it's one of the reasons Shaddai was so good back then. But obviously it's been power creeped over time, but I really do like the artwork, and I like the meaning, I like how the idea of Shaddai came around. So then next, this is 2019-18-17, we have Masked Hero Dark Law. And I like this a lot because of the utility, because I like using heroes, and it's such a good card against a lot of decks. And it hasn't been seeing much play lately, but I still really like the card, and yeah, it's just a great card overall. I've used it a lot, and it's won me more than a couple games, so that's why it is my number 17. At my number 16, we have Ritual Beast Alti Kanahawk. I mean, I could have put a lot of Ritual Beast in this, but this is the most important fusion, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinions, to the Ritual Beast archetype. And Ritual Beast is one of my favorite archetypes of all time. That's why Secret Forces was one of my favorite sets ever, because it had Necros, which is my favorite, one of my favorites of all time. Probably my second to Sylvan's, because Sylvan's got me started into the game again, but this is pretty high up there. So I had to pick a card from one of my favorite archetypes, and yeah, Canaanite did the trick. So that's number 16. At number 15, we have Dragon Master Knight. And if any of you watch the anime, you know Dragon Master Knight is a beast. And when it comes out, you pretty much know Kyber Yugioh is going for the win. And they always summoned it. I remember on the episode, they were on top of the building and they made Dragon Master Knight, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And yeah, so that's the main reason I'm using it, and put in this list. I've tried to make decks around it, but it's really hard. So yep, that's Dragon Master Knight, mostly for the anime. Alright, number 14, we have, this is where I was talking about Tempest not being in, we have Elemental Heroes Shining Flare Wingman. And this card is really, really cool. I really like the artwork. I really like how it's white. It's just awesome, and I loved when it was in the show. And I was more of a fan of 5Ds and the regular Yu-Gi-Oh than I was of GX, but I still really like GX. And this card brings back a lot of memories of binge watching GX at night. So yeah, for that reason, it's my number 14. At number 13, we're starting to go more old school, and we have Gaia the Dragon Champion. This one is from LOB, as you can see right there, and like I said, brings back a lot of memories. In the first part of the show, Yugi would bring this out all the time, and it was just an amazing card. When I was little, I wanted this card for the longest time. My parents didn't want me buying packs, so I never really got to have this card until I got it from trades over time when I started playing again later on. And yeah, so I really, really cherish this card. It's in my collection binder, and you can tell by the ones in my collection binder, I double sleeve. They're in a sleeve under this and then a bigger sleeve. So yep, this one's in my collection binder, and at number 13. At number 12, I have Amulet Dragon, and this is from the Orichalco series as well. And I remember being so happy that this was coming out in Dragons of Legend. When the whole set of Dragons of Legends came out, I was really happy because the Orichalco series was coming into the TCG, which is really cool. So I really like Dark Magician, and the Eye of Timaeus was awesome back in the show, and I love like the spell, or I don't even know what that is, the symbols on it, and it just looks really cool. And I remember Yugi using it. A lot of these are just for nostalgia, why they're my favorites, and this one's no different. So, and you can get this one out. I've gotten this one out playing, just fooling around with Dark Magician, but yeah, it's a really cool card. And now we're moving on to number 11, which is Joey's old ace before he started getting better cards, and this Flame Swordsman, obviously from LOB. It was never used as a fusion monster in the anime, but I remember getting this card when I was little, and I was really confused as to, for one, why this card was a fusion, and two, I would just play it like normal anyways, because when I played with my friends when we were little, just you summon the monster once you get it. There's no attributing. We were in 3rd or 4th grade, so there was really no rules. So yep, that's how we played, and so Flame Swordsman is pretty cool. So yep, that's my 20 through 11, and I'm going to make part 2 where I'm going to go through my 1 through 10. So make sure you stay tuned, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give it a like, and let me know what you think of the series, because there's going to be a lot of videos on it. So I'm also thinking about doing some deck profiles of some meta decks, also some fun decks, because I feel like we all get caught up in the meta, but sometimes you just need to have some fun with the game. So, yep, this is J Destiny Draw. Be sure to check out for number 2, and signing out.